The Rift, 1888. Written and performed by James Gaddas. Produced by Christopher Tan. Episode 13, Moving In.
What the
No, quiet, listen.
Jax, it's Liam. I hope this works. I'm here. I had to go through the rift. Cheech and Loon. Remember that. You have to watch out. I love you.
I feel sick. How is that possible? I feel like I'm in a Derren Brown episode. How did I record that and not even know?
Well, because obviously you go back, but you go back in the future. Was likely after the police have left.
But what if I don't? Hearing that, I don't want to go back. It's like
Liam, listen, this is history now. It's circular. Chicken and egg. If you hadn't robbed the house, we'd never have found the rift, and you'd never have been able to go back in time and record this and leave it for yourself to find when you robbed the house. You see?
What does it mean? What am I trying to say?
Well, fuck knows. It's been in the tin under the floor for almost a century and a half. The wax has deteriorated. Okay, let's listen again.
Jax, it's Liam. I hope this works. I'm here. I had to go through the rift. Cheech and Loon. Remember that. You have to watch out. I love you.
No, you love me.
It's not funny, Jax. I don't even know how to make a phonograph recording.
Well, obviously at some point I explained it to you. I'll do it now.
I don't
It's just the
want
different
to know.
styluses.
If I don't
Liam,
know,
stop
then...
it. This is the first actual 100% stone cold fucking proof that the rift is real. It could have been the ultimate sick winder, but it isn't. You travel through time.
I'm scared, Jax.
Oh, you're scared. By the sound of it, you tried to warn me about something. About someone.
Can you recover it, like on the memory stick?
That's wax, not circuitry. I'm not a magician.
You told me once that you were, that I was doubting a magician.
Whatever. You go through the rift. But when? And that first part, I had to go through the rift. Not just, I went through. So more importantly, why?
The Royal London Hospital has no record of you working for them, Dr. Flynn. No, now, not ever. Strange, wouldn't you say? Given you've told a number of people, local people, that you were employed there.
No, I was getting ahead of myself. It is my aim.
And the Royal College of Surgeons has no record at all of a Robert Flynn having passed its examination board. Now, I tell a lie. They have one.
Well, there you go, then.
Who passed away aged 71 6 years ago.
I am a surgeon.
Going by the title Doctor, not Mister.
Yeah, I'm also a qualified physician. Doctor seems, well, a more simple title to use here.
Here.
In your time, in the area I now live.
On that point, Doctor, you don't find it strange that shortly after you move into the area, the Whitechapel murders begin?
Oh, my God. No, well, you can't possibly think that I'm a... Oh, don't be ridiculous.
A man with medical and surgical knowledge, self-proclaimed, but that's accepted for the moment, clearly educated and with a level of sophistication, chooses to live. Not visit, as so many of your type do, but live in a house in the very centre of the murder spree, whose victims are deemed to be suffering from what our own examiners, well, a fair proportion of them are saying, have been perpetrated by a man with just such a knowledge as you claim. You see my dilemma?
I'd like to see a solicitor. I'd like to see a solicitor. I have a right.
Oh, you do? What, that's him you want on me?
I demand...
Sit the fuck down! Now! Your family. You mentioned them to the men you bought the house from. Or speak up, man. Believe it or not, I'm trying to help you here. I've little time for the Joseph Barnetts of this world.
He reported me.
So?
Yeah, what is it?
gentleman here regarding the suspect, sir.
Very well, show him in.
Inspector Abbeline, David Dillon, Dr. David Dillon.
You were drinking with him last night.
Yes, that's right.
You gave my sergeant the slip.
Well, we didn't know you were policemen. These are dangerous times, after all.
What is it you want?
Dr. Flynn's surgical papers. His degree in medicine from Oxford and his diploma from the Lahore Medical College. If you speak with the RCS, they will confirm the validity of these qualifications.
When you just happen to have these to hand?
No, not at all. Dr. Flynn did not return to his home last night, and I'd come to report him missing. The constable mentioned that there was a concern over his occupation, so I went to retrieve them.
And you didn't think to mention your drink in India, Dr. Flynn?
I didn't get a chance. Sorry, I was just too astonished because you thought...
Quiet!
Well, Robert and I remained there for a time after military service.
And if I were to ask you for your...
Military papers? Yeah, of course, I can have those to you by...
Never mind. You're free to go, Dr. Flynn, for now. Get your things together. But I'll be keeping an eye on your comings and goings. All this proves...
Robert has an alibi.
For?
Annie Chapman. He was dining with a prominent artist in Chelsea.
Which?
John Singer Sargent.
Are you acquainted with his work, Inspector? I understand there was a retrospective of...
Don't patronise me, you little shit. Arrogant fucker.
Oh, you say that like it's a bad thing.
Well, that's two of you I'm watching now.
What just happened?
Let's get moving before he changes his mind.
Just a second. How the hell did you just happen to have these certificates to hand? How?
You can get anything in the East End if you ask around.
Yeah, but this quickly, David. How did you even know that
Later.
Abbeline...
Come on.
It's you, Jax. Could it just be you're the one? Was I just being romantic?
When was the last time you bought me flowers?
Huh?
Okay, when is my birthday?
It's in October?
January the fucking 1st, Liam. It's not the hardest to remember. You see the flaw in your argument? So who are you warning me about?
Well, you keep saying warning, but every time we listen to it, I reckon it sounds like I could be saying, watch out for, like the arrival of. The paintings. Maybe it's the paintings.
Oh, yes, that makes sense.
See? I'm not always the slowest tool in the box.
No, it makes total sense. Rather than just deposit the paintings wherever we've decided to plant them ready for pickup now, rather than just that, you decide to leave a wax cylinder reminder, like a Victorian version of Google Notes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not going to know unless...
Exactly. In my opinion, it's a warning. And even if it's just information, you clearly felt it important enough to take the time to do that.
You need to know, don't you?
It's like those valentines you used to get at school, unsigned, and you'd spend a month trying to work out who wrote it, yeah?
Well, I wouldn't know.
What's going down with Dillon?
His story of fighting the rift. Sketchy.
Yeah, but the Ripper, now it's a bit of a leap.
Maybe just one of those dudes who have weird social skills.
Just my type.
It's not funny. Not right now.
Okay. Anyway, look, I dug around a little and he comes pretty high than recommended. Great CV, high achiever. And again, there's an awful the worst.
We need to work out who this Chekshulub guy is. Chekshalob? Russian?
Maybe. Leave it with me. I'm going to look into the gangs.
What are those bags in the back bedroom?
Mine. It seems silly to have to come across from the city each day. Now there are two of us, it makes more sense for us both to be here.
Oh, what, you didn't think to ask?
Well, as I've said, technically I do rent the place.
Yeah, in 140 years' time, David. For fuck's sake. If it hadn't been for you kicking off in the 10 bells...
If you were about to say, everything would be fine, zip it. Barnett reported you. Abbeline was always going to be having a word.
Yeah, and maybe if he'd come here to do that, to ask his questions, it would all be fine. As it is, everyone now knows that I was arrested fleeing from the police.
Do I have to remind you that if it wasn't for me providing your papers,
And just how did you do that, eh? In a few hours, you managed to find someone to forge medical degrees? From India? Oh, and out of interest, if Abbeline had have asked for our military paperwork, what, you'd have had those too? Oh, Jesus Christ, you would, wouldn't you?
Can we just...
I had an alibi. A fucking alibi.
Which would have lasted for as long as it took Singer Sargent to mention how desperate you were to get back to Whitechapel that night. You told me that Cabby pointed out the way to Hanbury Street. You were there. He can place you.
And you know what, David? So were you. And a fuck of a sight closer than I was.
What are you saying?
It's not adding up.
You're talking out your arse.
It only struck me the other day. Leaning rakes and shovels against the wall, having a GoPro show the rift. Sure, I get that, but you never mentioned anything about how you came through. You didn't check what was on the other side, you just launched yourself?
I never said that.
What were you wearing?
What?
What were you wearing when you came through the hole that first time? When you, in effect, took your life in your hands and jumped through into what could have been a fucking abyss. Yeah, I'm listening.
I can't remember.
Oh, and you expect
There were clothes hanging on the line, trousers, an old shirt. I used them.
Feet.
Feet?
What were you wearing on your feet?
Will you stop this, Robert? You're getting paranoid. I've just literally saved...
No, I'm not paranoid. I'm just coming to the realization that I don't know you. I never did know you. And all you've done since I came across you is highlighted red fucking lines.
You think I'm the Ripper?
No, I never... I don't know what to think at the moment.
I'm going out. I'll bring some food back, but while I'm gone, think very hard about that. Because if I was the Ripper, well...
How's it going?
No, it's a haven of fun at me. Since that news piece about the body, we've had every conspiracy theorist in London throwing aside the tinfoil hats and coming forward. Apparently, there's a secret high society establishment that meets regularly and pretends to be working class. Prince Andrew is the patron, which is why he's been having run-ins with Charles.
What do you want at the King, John?
That's Camilla. She can't understand why she can't wear a flat cap and, never mind.
All right. Anything sensible come out of it, though?
Well, when the number one suspect for our victim is Killian Murphy because someone screen-matched the trousers to an episode of Peaky Blinders...
Hang on. How did they get a picture of the Vic's pants?
Someone at the mortuary shared one.
Do we know who?
Not yet.
Well, this shit stops now. If the mortuary has a leak, then our squad room could be next.
Yes, Gov. I'll look into it.
And the Flynn's coming in tomorrow to look at the body.
Good. I hope she has a strong stomach.
Body'll be covered from the neck up, but it's still going to be ugly.
You really don't think it's him, do you?
The Vic's 5'8", maybe 5'9". The physical description you had from the hospital, Flynn's 5'10" at least. Them have confirmed that.
Daniel?
6 foot, easily.
Shrinkage?
Post-mortem shrinkage, 2 inches.
Well, it's possible.
And let's see what the wife thinks.
You're thinking the Flynn more as a suspect, huh?
All avenues open, but Daniel's gone to ground and he wouldn't do that. He has his interest to look out for. My guess, dead. So if our body isn't in, which physically it isn't, and it isn't Flynn, then by the process of elimination... Any news on Dylan?
No. We checked his credit cards and the like. He bought the tickets for Milan, but no usage since. BA said he never boarded the plane.
Oh, shit.
Another for the growing list of the missing. Dr. Flynn? Dr. Crippen, more like.
Steady.
Have we had cadaver dogs in?
What, to the house?
No, of the garden.
Oh, good shout. Yeah, I'll arrange it. What?
Another message to the station. The victim escaped from a secure facility where they are holding those of us who suffered after effects from the COVID vaccine. NI5 are responsible, I know this. I am here. Jesus.
Well, you better head back. I'm sure there's more where those came from. Enjoy.
I'm back in the now. Came through while Dylan was asleep. I feel safer. Maybe I need to just... God. If Dylan hadn't come by with those papers, I'd be banged up and in danger. The sensible thing is for me not to go back, to stay here, to beg for my job back and put it all down to a psychotic episode. That's the right thing to do. When did I ever do the right thing? How can I possibly pass up the chance to make more money than I could ever imagine? I'm a fucking addict. This is no different to gambling at the tables. The only difference, the Whitechapel Vigilante Committee could decide to make my life even... How? Oh, silly fucker. The Ripper was never caught. Just keep my head down and try to get to see Sergeant ASAP. And steer clear of Dylan's detective fantasies. Grow some balls. Tell him to get the fuck out of my house. Yes. Yes, that's the answer. God, I never realised just how much I missed a curry. 11 in the morning, I'm destroying a Rogan Josh. Happy days. Yeah. I've been putting this off, but... Oh, fuck it. Emma?
What is it, Robert?
Oh, well, don't sound too happy to hear from me.
Well, why would I? You lied, you left, and on top of that, I was assaulted in my own home. Truth be told, I'm 100 times better off now you're gone, both physically and mentally.
Harsh?
What do you want?
I was just checking in to see how you are.
That's rich.
Yeah, I've been busy. A lot
What, arranging
happening.
new lines of gambling credit?
Oh, don't be like that, Em. I want you to know that I'm working...
Robert, do me one favour.
Anything.
Lose my number.
Lily,
Yeah?
what's happened to the incident board? It's grown.
Oh, yeah. We just spent the morning adding all the new information that we got from the house-to-house we did last week. Statements at the top.
And these?
Blow-ups of ring camera footage from the past few weeks.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Oh. Hey, Governor. Yeah, I'm at the station. Got an image from a doorbell camera. Oh, I do indeed. Yeah, will do. Okay, I'll see you then. Well. Oh no. Liam?